All right, so let's see if this is working. Let's go over to YouTube. All right, so let's see if this is working. All right. Okay, here's the chat. And I don't go live on YouTube very often. 53 people are watching, it says. All right, guys. Hi. This is something I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to make this a goal for 2025 is to get on here live with you all. So this is going to be kind of I don't know, we're going to try to make it a weekly occurrence. And I want to know your questions about crafting. I want to know your questions about maybe selling your products because I don't share this enough here on YouTube, but I want to know what I can do to help you because I've been where you are if you're somebody that's selling a creative product. And I have a business group that I run. So I'd like to share some of my advice here as well. And so I thought I'd get over here and just like, let's see, let's kind of talk with you. A little different than Sunday nights. Oh, Kelly, you're sweet. She said the Wreath Queen. I don't think anybody's ever referred to me as the Wreath Queen, but we're in the studio. Maybe the next time when it's all like more tidy in here. It is tidier than it's been because I am trying to work on a lot of content for you guys. And I don't know about you guys, but are you messy when you craft? I'm pretty messy when I craft. So I would love to know if you're the same way. But I just thought I'd get on here and maybe take some questions from you guys and see what's going on in the crafting world. What do you guys want to see on YouTube this year? I want to know that too. I just love my community here on YouTube. You guys are so good to me here. We've been on YouTube since 2017, I believe. I was just looking over on my YouTube page. We're at like 27 million views. Oh my word. Yes, you guys are messy too. Okay, you're making me feel good. I'm not the only messy crafter. I feel like if you're a creative, you're like almost have to be messy. It's just like that's the way the creative mind works. Um, so with that being said, did you guys watch this last Sunday night's video over on YouTube where we made a Valentine's wreath? But really, guys, it's a wreath recipe, and um, I want to kind of give you wreath recipes this year. And like, okay, it's a Valentine's wreath, but I can use this for Christmas, or I can use this for a baby shower, or I can use this for spring. So, can you tell I'm a hand talker? Because I'm watching myself here and I'm a little behind, and it's like, I'm just all over the place. But we're working on wreath recipes. Okay. Hi, Susan. Hi, Julia, Maria. So Kelly has a question. So let's see what her question is. How do I get my wreaths out there? I have been making them for about 3 years now, and I get compliments, but people don't want to pay what they're worth. Okay. Kelly, I want to, and oh, wonderful, you're on it. Kelly, I'm going to ask you a couple questions so you can kind of chat with me in the chat. Number one, do you have a name for your business and do you have a Facebook business page? That's my first question. So I'll wait for you to answer there. Because I want to know where you're selling. Are you only selling in your community? So I'm going to wait for that. While we're waiting on Susan or Kelly's response, if you see this wreath back here, I don't know which way it's going. Um, that is the wreath that I'm working on in this home decor crafting summit, crafter summit that I'm taking part of. That'll be live a week from today. It's the 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. You can get a free seat at this crafting summit. I'm going to leave the link here. And let's see, I think I can pin it. Yeah, I'm going to pin that link. It's at the very top of the chat. If you want to attend this, if you want to learn how to make this wreath, I don't know, this wreath right here, it's going to be live next week, and you can get a free seat or you can get a VIP seat. It's up to you. So there is no pressure whether or not you want to get the VIP ticket, and then you get to keep the tutorials for an amount of time. And there's like 35 of us, 35 creative women, all making beautiful crafting projects. I have several friends in this, and it's going to be amazing. So if you're not signed up for it, make sure to sign up there. Okay, so let's go back to Kelly's question. So Kelly's question is, how do I sell my wreaths? I've been making them for 3 years now. I get compliments, but people don't want to pay for what they're worth. Okay, so I'm asking Kelly. She does. She goes, I do in the Facebook business page. Yes. Okay. Um, Kelly said, I kind of gave up on using it, but hoping to get it going again, like a relaunch. And that's exactly what you need to do. All right. Here's my story. If I didn't have social media, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair, sitting in a studio, teaching you guys how to make wreaths. Okay. So this is what I want you to do, Kelly. I want you to get back on Facebook. I want you to start posting again. I want you to use Meta Business Suite, and I want you to start scheduling out your posts. Now, here's another thing I want you to do. I want you to start making reels. I want you to show yourself making a wreath, kind of like what I do. You see my reels, you know how I put it out there, right? So here's the fastest way to grow on Facebook, okay? And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, I don't want to make a reel. It's not that hard. It just isn't. Reels are the fastest way to grow your business on Facebook, hands down. Reels are going to be more preferred over on Facebook than any post that you make. And the thing that I do not want you to do is sell in every post. Here's the thing. People want to see something being made or created. They don't want to see a reel of just pictures of wreaths, okay? That's not going to get it, all right? What you need to do is be be on Facebook and have content that's not always about you selling your product, but what it will help you do is find your audience, okay? So that's really, really important. These are things that we teach in Julie's Biz Boutique. And we teach people how to use social media effectively and how to grow your audience, because it's just common sense that if you grow your audience on social media, you grow your customer base. The more and more times that you get in front of that follower that's following you on Facebook, they're going to get past their nose and they're going to be like, you know what? I need one of Kelly's wreaths. I'm going to order one. How do I order it? Do I go to Etsy? Does she have a website? Where is it? Because here's what I know. People within your neighborhood are never going to think your product is worth it, and you kind of have to go beyond your backyard, because I'm telling you right now, there are people who want to purchase your product. They just haven't found you and you haven't found them. And that's where social media brings it all together. Again, I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't have used social media in such a way and studied it in such a way, because that's what I've always done. I have over 1 million followers my Facebook page. And it keeps growing because I'm doing reels, or I'm putting up reels that I made a year ago. I just had a reel that I think I did 4 years ago, and I think it has 2 million views. I posted it this month, just a couple of weeks ago. And that brings me more people because they want to see what else I have to teach people. Okay. So it's really important to get on the track of using social media and be consistent on it as well. Another question I have for you, Kelly, what is the name of your business, and is it the same on every social media platform you're on? And are you on any other social media platform? So I'll wait and let you answer that. If somebody else has a question that I can help you with, I would love to answer that. Um, yes, I have a huge following, so I need to work it. Yes, Kelly, leave your let me know the name of your Facebook page and I will follow you, okay? So, Let's see. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? You guys got to give me some questions. Okay. So, are you coming to the summit? So, I'm going to wait until somebody else gives me a question. I need to know. Are you coming to the summit? Okay. That's the crafting summit. This is the first time I've ever taken part of it. Again, it's free if you join if you watch the lives, right? The live videos that we've made. If you want to keep the videos, then there's like a ticket that you can get, and there's freebies that come with that, so it might be really worth it to you. But there's going to be people who do Cricut. There's going to be people who do painting, woodworking, crafts. Let's see, there are a few other wreath projects. What else? There's some painting. There's something like it looks like a glass collage or something, but it'll be really fun. All right, so Kelly came back. She said Kel's Crafty Corner, and I'm on TikTok and Instagram and Snap, but I don't use them much. Okay, that's okay. Here's what you're going to do, Kelly. You're going to use the content that you make for Facebook, the Reels, and you're going to post those over on Instagram and TikTok too. Never think that when you make a reel, it's one and done. You save that content so you can upload to Reels or upload to Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. I want you to use Pinterest as well. It's very important. Let's see. Mary said the summit is all online. Yes, there's like a special Facebook group, and that's where you'll watch it. And I'll be on live um, a week from today. We'll be talking about those, but I show you how to make that wreath. All right, let's see. We have another question. My son's in the other room, and he does not know I'm on live, so please ignore any loud noises you hear. Lillian wants to know, how do you know what to charge? So, Lillian, I'm assuming that you are a wreath maker. Am I right? So, if you're a wreath maker, there's a lot of things that you need to kind of assess, right? So, I am not the person who says, I know we get this a lot. People will say, well, you'll charge what you have in your product and like times it by three, and that's what you charge. I disagree with that. Okay. And here's why. Each and every project or product that you make, it's going to take a different amount of time to make. You might get those materials on clearance for one wreath, but the next time you might not have it on clearance, so you might have to pay a little bit more. So what I want you to think about is your time and resourcing the products. Okay. So if it takes you, you got to go to the store, you got to go to Hobby Lobby, you got to go to Michael's, you got to go to Walmart, you got to do all that. You need to take that into consideration. Then I want you to take in consideration the time that it took you to make that project. What I see way too often is people are not even paying themselves minimum wage. Okay. So I want you to get out of the minimum wage thinking and get out of the thinking of, well, nobody's going to buy my product at that price, right? So I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say we go to Dollar Tree and we bought $15 for a wreath. Okay. So $15 is what's in the wreath for supplies. And then I'm going to add about $3 to $4 on top of that for my gas, for my time going to that store. And hopefully I'll be doing other things at the same time. So we're going to bump it up to $19. Then we're going to go home and we're going to make the said project. Now, I really don't want to take the time whenever you're looking to make something, I really want to encourage you, can you make this product again? Because if you make a wreath and it's really popular and people love it, and you can only make one wreath, you'll only be able to make that income one time. Now, if you do the opposite of that and make sure you make something that you can purchase the products over and over, and then it becomes like this well-oiled machine, that is a better investment of your time and energy. So let's say that we know what we're making. We know that it sells well. So we've got $19 into the product. We got a 3 or 4 bucks into the cost of going to and fro. We're just going to add a little bit there. Now it takes me, let's say it takes you 1 hour to make that wreath. How much do you think your time is worth? Your time isn't worth $7. You want to know why? Because if everybody could do what you did, okay, everybody would be making them. So I want you to say, okay, I want to make $25. I want to walk away with $25 profit on this wreath. Okay, then add that on. Then you're going to have to add on shipping and your fees for whatever it is, whatever site you sell it on. So if you sell it on Etsy or you send them an invoice through PayPal, they all take little fees and those change. So I'm not going to tell you right off the head what all those different fees are because they like to change them quite frequently. So I want you to add that in, and then you're going to have the price for your product. And the best thing is if it's a product you can keep making over and over, you're going to keep making more money over and over because you're going to get faster at making that same product. For me, that was a sunflower wreath, the yellow sunflower. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Um, and when I first started selling them, I sold them at $49 a piece. I had about $17 in product in each one of them. And then the demand kept coming in. Then I bumped it up to $59. Then I bumped it up to $69 because I couldn't keep up with the demand. So at the end of me making those wreaths, because I don't make and sell wreaths anymore, I was making a yellow sunflower wreath would cost me under $20 to make. Okay. And then I would be charging anywhere from 69 to $79 depending on the center of the wreath. And so I was walking away with at least a $40 profit, if not more, after I put it together and I boxed it up and I shipped it out. And I got to the point where I could make a sunflower wreath in 40 minutes. So making $40, that was a pretty good return. So that's what I kind of get away if you only have $10 in your supplies, but it takes you 2 hours to make and you did 10 times three, $30, that's not worth your time. So I really don't like that kind of formula for crafting, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that was a lot. I know that was a lot, but I just wanted to give you a really good for instance. So I hope that helps. Um, let's see. MCM says, I'm a beginner and I'm not sure on pricing. Okay, we just covered that. And also, how do you hide the back of your wreaths to make it look so clean? Most of the time, if we don't have like a middle like opening, I just follow it with a felt piece. I cut a piece of felt the size of my wreath frame, and then at the end, I'll poke holes in it. And you'll see that in a lot of my flower wreaths specifically. And I do have a video, and I wish I had somebody here kind of helping you, helping me today, leaving links, but unfortunately, I don't. Um, okay, so I hope that helps. I'm so excited to watch. Do you know how much the VIP ticket is? Sharon, it's either, if you go today, it's either 37 or 57. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, unfortunately. Um, Thanks, Kelly. You're very welcome. Patrice, they have a lot of Cricut people on this the summit that I'm taking part of next week, so you might want to sign up for it. Margaret says, I am more interested in the wreaths. I do a lot of different crafts, but wreaths and swags are my interest. Then that's what you need to move forward. Do you have a business, Margaret? Do you already have it set up? Do you have a Facebook business page? What are you doing on social media? That's what I would ask you. Um, thanks, Sharon. I think I could, if you tied my hands together, Sharon just said, I love your facial expressions and that you talk with your hands. If you tied my hands together, I'm not sure what I would do, right? Um, Wynette wants to know, how do you start selling your items when your income is small? You're amazing and you taught me how to make wreaths. Oh, thank you so much. Well, when we first started 9.5 years ago, I remember sitting on the couch. My husband wanted me to start a business so we could lose money and then we'd have a tax break. I blew that one out of the water. But I remember sitting on the couch and we didn't have a lot of extra income either. And we just decided, he said, okay, honey, $500. You've got $500 to start buying product and start trying to figure out. And back then, I didn't even know what a flower wreath was. It wasn't until after I'd been making wreaths for probably about 6 weeks that I found out what a flower wreath was. And so, what I would probably recommend if you're even on a lower budget than that, is to what do you love to make the most? Okay. Make some of them, start putting them on your Facebook profile, see if there's any interest, maybe put some on Etsy, start a business page and kind of make them as you go. Don't don't go and spend $1,000 in supplies, but maybe make 4 or 5 different wreaths, put them up on your social media, make a reel of you making them. Here's the thing, not everybody wants to make a wreath. They don't. So you have to kind of get outside of not sharing your technique, unless that technique, because I don't want to be a hypocrite here, unless that technique is a very like a specific thing that you do to make it look a certain way and nobody else knows that secret, right? But if it's like a curl wreath or a flower wreath that you learned from me making on YouTube or something, um, do a reel and speed it up and then add some music to it. And that's where you start. Okay. So, then that way you'll kind of figure out, well, what do people like the most? Ask your people when you start having a Facebook business page. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to ask your friends to follow you and your family to follow you. And you're going to say, listen, you don't have to buy one thing from me, but your input into my business is so valuable. When somebody shares your post on social media, their friends see it. So it like widens the net in trying to catch as many followers as you can. So you got to get out there. You got to put yourself out there. That's where Julie's Biz Boutique really comes in handy. If you want to learn more about Julie's Biz Boutique, go to julieswreathboutique.com and I'll put it here. We have um, a page. Oops. It's always, I can't spell when I have people watching me. So I hope that helps, Winnette. Shelly says messy is not even close. Thanks. You make me feel better. Hi, Terry. Um, let's see. Shelly said, great question. I'm assuming that's Wynette's question. I hope I answered that for you. Sylvia, um, oh, thank you. I learned from you. I am interested in starting a wreath making class. I have 2 potential places to do this. What do you think? I think that's amazing. I think if your passion is to teach and your passion is to teach in person, there are people that will come to your class. And the reason why I say that is myself, I'm a very visual learner. If you were to write down the instructions on a piece of paper on how to make a wreath, okay, and then you handed me that piece of paper and say, okay, Julie, here you go, make the wreath, I would be like, no, I got to see you do it. So I think doing classes is a great option. I did classes back in, I want to say it was 20, let's see, I started in 2015, maybe 2016 in the fall. My husband had lost his job and we needed a way to bring in money. And for a couple months, it was just me. So, I did what I needed to do. And those wreath classes, I did them in people's homes. I did one, this is kind of funny. I did one in a lawyer's office, and it was a bunch of lawyers and a judge. And the judge was, I had given everybody pipe cleaners to make their sunflower wreath, and she was so tense that she was breaking her pipe cleaners. I don't think I've ever broke the pipe cleaner, right? And it was so funny to work with her and be like, okay, maybe this judge isn't as crafty as I thought. But she's like the person who would have never been able to make that wreath if you said, here's the instructions. Maybe she could have. But I think classes are great. So you need to decide, number one, There needs to be a fee that you make, right? And then there needs to be a fee for supplies. So make sure those two fees, if you want to make it one fee, make sure that it's covering your time because you're going to have a lot of prep, right? And then you're going to need to teach them, and that's your time. It's going to take a little bit longer. You're probably going to have to help each and every person make something on their wreath. So you got to keep that in mind. Do you want to cut all the pieces ahead of time to make this a little faster? You've got to think about all those things. So I think it's a great idea. Let's see. You're very welcome, Lynette. What's the best mesh to make a cross wreath? That's a great. Um, I like poly burlap. Okay. I mean, you can do Deco Mesh, but here's the difference between Deco Mesh and poly burlap. And I wish I had it right here on hand and I would show you. I do have a video on my channel where I talk about the differences. And we are going to talk about those over on Amazon soon because people were asking the same exact question. So a poly burlap it looks more like a burlap jute, but it's plastic. Okay. And then there's Deco Mesh, which is more of I want to kind of it's more sheer. If that's the word I'm looking for. You can see through it a little bit more. And that is usually where you need more of that mesh. And then there's stuff like this. And I do have a roll of this right beside me. This came from the Reshop, I'm sure. And this is Deco Poly Mesh. And so this right here, if you look at that, it's it's kind of a good in between for between Deco Mesh and poly burlap. And so this would be a nice mesh too. So there's not any really wrong mesh, so to speak, for a cross wreath, but you do, if you're going to have it outside, poly burlap would probably be my first choice for that. Then something like this. And then Deco Mesh would probably be my last choice because it will break down more quickly in the sun. Okay? Yes, I do too, Terry. All right, let's see here. So, do we have any more questions? How long have I been on live? Does anybody know? What all wreath forms do you use? I primarily use just the wire wreath forms. There's a couple that I've gotten from Wreaths of Joy where it has, let me see. Let me go grab one. Okay, hold on, guys. So I'm going to show you one of these. All right, I'm going to grab a couple. Hopefully you guys are still here. All right. So these are the wreath forms that I've gotten from Wreaths of Joy. And I've gotten bigger ones and I need to get bigger ones to get some and have them on hand, but that's a smaller version. You can use this to make a flower wreath, a ruffle wreath, or have something with a sign in it. Then this is just the wire wreath form I use for the 10-inch, what do you call it? Flower wreath. I have one over here that we made on Amazon, and I think I'm going to upload it to YouTube as well. And then this wreath right here is a new wreath form that you can get at, what do you call it? The Wreath Shop. Okay. And if you have my Christmas tree tutorial, or if you have, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the links here really quick. Can you guys still see me? Let me know if you can still see me. I'm going to see. Can you still see me? Let's see. I'm looking for it, guys. I'm going to give you the links for this. Why is it that I can't find it now? Ideas for Christmas? Nope. Let's have some fun. Here it is. So I'm going to give you two links, and these are actually, let's see, where are you guys at? I gotta find out where you are. There you are. I'm gonna give you the links for this. These are both of my affiliate links. Will that work? I'm sorry. Okay. I will get back to your questions in just a moment. All righty. Let's see. I think, okay, we're gonna cut that. Let's see. And here's the other one. Now, the other one is a angel wing. And so these I will be using. These are great for those different wreath frames. So those are the type of wreath frames that I use. And those are, let's see. Okay, yes, you can see me. Okay. Oh, thank you, Terry. I hope I am saying your name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. Terry says that she's learned how to make wreaths from watching me and make good money from them. Good. I love that. Also, I've done 2 shows, sold more than half of what I made. They love them. That makes me happy. I love to hear that. Let's see. Mary says, I just want to thank you for your tutorials and I've learned a lot from you since watching you. I have just started learning and I have a long way to go to start selling them online, but you've started. So I love that. Patrice, this is a new, this has been in the works for a while. And so Craig Bachman made these, and these are going to be amazing come Christmas time. And honestly, we're going to make one a carrot with this for Easter. I had to think, why would we make a carrot for? That's why. All right, guys. So I want to talk about the summit. If you want to learn how to make this wreath right here behind me, it's a free ticket. It's pinned in the comments. I'll go grab it really quick in case you guys don't see it. Thankfully, the camera still keeps it on me, so you guys let me know that. I appreciate you guys letting me know. But if you want to get into the summit, it's a home decor crafter summit and there's 35 creators doing a live thing that starts on the 27th, ends on the 30th. You get in a Facebook group. You can watch the tutorials live. If you want to keep the tutorials so that you can watch them, you can purchase a VIP ticket. And if you want to get that VIP ticket, I would get it now because the price does go up the longer you wait. But I would love for you guys to be there with us. All right. Um, I learned to make wreaths with no frame, just cut the mesh into whatever. That's cool, Terry. I would love to see your work. But any other questions for me, guys? And then we're going to have to let you guys go. But I just wanted to get on here. Did you guys enjoy this? Would you like me to do more of this? Just taking your questions, letting you know. I also tonight, in a few hours, we're going to be in Julie's Crafting Boutique. I know we talk about that as well. Over in the YouTube videos that I do, but tonight we're making a beautiful Valentine's grapevine wreath, and I would love to have you guys in Julie's Crafting Boutique again. You can find out more about that on Julie's Wreath Boutique .com. And oh, great, Kim. I'm so excited. Yes, Trina, I have. It's on my YouTube channel and it looks like a strawberry. So there is a strawberry wreath. Let me see if I can get that for you really quick. Since it keeps it, no, that's not gonna work. Oops. What did I just do? Am I on? Okay. I'm not sure if I'm still on. Okay, the content is being made to YouTube. Okay. I don't know if I just turned you guys off or not. That's awful. Let's go to my channel, view my channel. Let's see. Am I still there? Oh, I'm still there. Okay. I am so bad at this, guys. I am so bad. All right. I literally like clicked my way out of this. So I'm glad I was still on. Terry says, love this question and answer. Thank you. Stay safe. So cool to get to talk to you live. That's great. We'll do this again. Um, I am so excited to be here, and we are going to have a time where I'm not going to be able to go live with you, but hopefully in March specifically, we'll set up I'm going live and I'll be there. So we'll kind of make it more of a scheduled thing because I think if you know when I'm going to be live, it's easier to go live, right? It's kind of like a um accountability thing for me too. If they're expecting me to go live, I need to show up, right? So I hope this helps. And if you think of any other questions, make sure to save them and we'll go live here on YouTube and we'll answer them. Do you guys ever look at the posts in YouTube? Maybe I'll make a post here on YouTube and have you guys comment what your questions are. And I do this in Julie's Biz Boutique. About once a month, we do Q&As in there so that I can really make sure that I give people the information that they need. And we have a great community over there. Again, if you want to learn more about Julie's Biz Boutique or Julie's Crafting Boutique, I would love to have you as a member. It is my passion to make sure that you walk away with the knowledge of whether or not it's crafting. And in Julie's Crafting Boutique, we go a little slower. We get to talk to each other. I make sure that you have made that bow that we're making for that wreath. So I would love to have you in that particular group. But if you're somebody who's like, man, I really need to learn how to sell my products. I want to get my social media started up and going. I want to start a YouTube channel, whatever it is that you want to do, guys. 10 years ago, if you'd say, Julie, you're going to have a YouTube channel with over 27 million views and in a studio, and you're going to be running a business that takes care of your family, I would have said, you're nuts. But here I am. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Just saying. So go to julieswreathboutique.com. We have pages for both those groups, and I would love to have you guys there. Sharon loves to be able to schedule it. That's what we'll do. When I get into, we're going to go on a vacation. So once I get back from that vacation, I will be able to be a little bit more consistent. But what I'll do is I'll try to go live next week too. Okay. So if you have a question, think about it. I'll try to make a post over in the YouTube post section. And that way you guys can ask as well. You guys are wonderful. And if you're watching me and you're not subscribed to Julie's Wreath Boutique on YouTube, make sure you are subscribed. I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right.